everyone. Thank you for tuning in to our Beloiter to Beloiter, a bi-weekly show where two Beloiters who don't know each other get to know each other through questions and conversation. I'm your host and guide, Monica, and let's find out who gets to know whom tonight. Okay, so these are our guests, and we would like to know who you are. Maybe we could start out with names.
Yeah, sure. My name is Koont.
My name is Nate Brault.
All right, thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too. Give me the handshake. Make it yes. It's official.
It's official.
It's
now
beginning.
we know. Yeah, now we know.
Excellent.
Cool. So maybe we could find out where you guys came from. Like, what's your home country? What's your
Sure.
hometown? You want to start us off?
So I'm from Myanmar. I don't know if you know exactly like where it is. So it's next to Thailand in Southeast Asia, between like China and India.
Cool.
China and India, and I'm from like capital city. So not the capital city, it's like the business capital like New York, which is Yangon. And yes, and it is very tropical region, no winter, no snow.
Wow. That
Yeah.
sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
Alright.
How about you?
Much more boring place than that. 20 miles up the road in Janesville, Wisconsin.
Oh, solid.
So yeah, you know, short enough to go home on the weekends, do some laundry, and enjoy the frozen winter time that we have here. So
Yeah.
that's me.
Midwestern.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a really diverse, extreme,
Very
yeah,
different ends.
different ends for sure. So you guys are both Beloit students, am I correct?
Yep.
Kind of.
Kind of. Okay. So that's.
But I
that's
graduated,
interesting.
so
No.
I'm an honors student. So yeah, I guess I'm still a student. They call it that.
Right.
Yeah.
So you graduated when? if I may
In
ask?
May.
In May.
In May. I threw the hat in there, got my degrees, and now I'm back for more fun.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. What?
That's cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So how about you? Are you
Um,
a junior, senior, sophomore?
I'm a junior. Yes. Yes, I'm a junior. It sounds a bit strange yet, but I'm a junior. Because I'm so used to saying like I'm a sophomore or something like that, you know, so I'm like, I feel like, I don't know, it's a bit strange for me still, but yes, I'm a junior.
I totally understand. Yeah, I bet you get that too a lot with, are you, it's like, what do you answer when you
Yeah.
are asked, what year are you?
Right. I'm usually prepared to say, well, technically I already graduated, and they, oh, well, how are you still here? And then I launch into how I'm an honors student doing a project and
Right.
clear the air like that.
So this project,
Yes.
what is this project that you're
Yeah.
doing?
It is, let me tell you, it is a good project, I think. Just like this
Okay.
one is a great project. I'm going to develop a hip hop workshop after school program
Mhm.
with students at Beloit Memorial High School.
Oh.
I gave my sales pitch on Monday. We got about 15 people signed up. So now every Monday after school, we're going to do some writing workshops. We're going to actually go right next door to Maple Tree Studios and
Wow.
do some recording,
Wow.
and then ultimately put on a show for the community.
Wow. That's really cool.
Yeah.
How did you get that idea?
Well, I have a passion for hip hop and music in general, and then I've found a lot of strength through my voice and through art, and then I learned what an honors term was, I think, as a senior, actually. I think I jokingly said, if only I could come back and be here for one more year, and someone said, you can, fill out this application and we'll consider it. So I did, and they decided that my program was worthy, and now I'm here. I'm also playing football as well. I had a year of eligibility left, so it's still a very active semester for me.
Wow, that's really cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. Is it okay if I assume that maybe you majored in like music?
Oh no, I wish I did in retrospect. Although I mean my two degrees are education and sociology,
Oh.
Cool.
and then that's just another passion that I have. But I'm actually doing a lot of research on hip-hop education, so tying that in, and then social justice through hip-hop. So it all kind of ties together.
Oh.
It blends pretty nicely.
Yeah. It's like, it seems like it's really like connecting with like each other in many like aspects.
That's the hope. I hope it'll eventually turn into something successful, sustainable, this program especially. But I actually remember, what is your major? Because we took a sociology class for a few days, and I ended up taking a different one instead. I dropped out and added a different one, but you're in a sociology class?
Yeah, but like I didn't really continue that one either. Yeah, like you, my majors are business economics and international relations, and I'm minoring in Chinese. Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's like I really like my combination, even if it is like I really like have a busy schedule. Yep.
I mean, listening to what you just described, would that like really interest you, doing like an honors term and like a special project during your honors term? I know you're a junior now, but like, would you actually consider doing something like that in the future?
Yes, I might. If I can think of like a project that I can really like also work and then like, you know, be a part of the community like yours. Sounds like yours is really good. So I'm like, if I can think of like any, you know, project like that, I might apply for the honors term.
Yeah, I can relate to that a lot. I'm a senior too, so yeah. So you're gonna have like a final performance?
Yes. That is the goal.
Do you know, like, maybe approximately when?
Approximately December 18th. I can approximate an exact date, although it might be the 11th. I don't remember offhand. But so it's a ways in the future. The workshop is about 10 weeks, and then we spend a few more weeks rehearsing and preparing, and then we put on a big show. And then we have a special guest who's going to come and perform. So it kind of is based on his availability.
Wow.
Yeah, it should be a success.
Yeah. So the students from the Memorial High School will come and then like be a part of the concerts, and then you guys will all sing together in that concert?
Kind of, yeah. So it's through the Help Yourself program, which Regina Hendricks is heavily involved with. Shout out to Regina. So essentially what happens is after school, I'll be going down to the high school, and we'll work in little groups on the pieces that they want to write. And then they can do some by themselves, some with other people. We can maybe do a group piece. And then during the show, everyone they'll do whatever piece that they wrote. So it's basically up to whatever the kids want to do. It's giving them that opportunity to kind of explore their voice and the stage to present it to people.
Yeah. I'm really excited for the show. I don't know about you. Even I'm like, when I hear about it, I'm like, oh, that's really cool, and like, you know, excited.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. I hope it goes well. It's a long ways away. I'm nervous about it, but I'm sure the kids will be great. They always are.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I have slightly turning our conversation in a slightly different direction.
Sure.
Some questions from Beloiter College students that we've collected. So they range from like serious to like not so serious to kind of joking. And I think I will pick out one of these, and you two can just like jump in and answer the question.
Sure.
Okay. All right. So, now, obviously you're still a junior, but I know this is like a one semester honors term project, right?
Yeah, it should be.
So this might be a little bit more immediate for you.
Okay.
But there was an overwhelming amount of people asking, what is your career plan and what is life like after Beloiter? Like, what's your thoughts?
Do you have a career plan?
Or maybe we could just talk about something that really excites you to do after college that you kind of have a vision for?
Would you like to take the lead?
I mean, I still don't have my life plan figured out, so maybe I can figure it out while you're answering.
Oh, sure.
I like this, it's impromptu.
Yeah, just buying some time.
Yeah. So right now, like I went back home this summer and I saw like, you know, because our country was having like economic sanction, so like it was a different scene like for so many years. But right now, like so many international companies are coming, and then like so many job opportunities are open up, and then like there are like a huge wave of youth, which is like who are really like excited and like just like who are excited to catch up the wave. You know, like with the whole country is, and the election is happening. So like, you know, it's really interesting. And then like I can see like among the youth, it's like there's like a different vibe, you know. And I'm like, damn it, you know, I'm missing this moment. Like I'm like really missing really like exciting moment in my lifetime and in the history, because it's really exciting for everyone. People don't really know what to expect, but people are trying to prepare like their best. So I'm thinking like after my graduation, like, you know, should I just go back and then like work more? But also at the same time, US is like really like advanced economy in the world. So I'm thinking like, should I just get like, you know, more experience here and go to the graduate school and go back? But I just also at the same time, I don't want to miss that moment, you know. I'm like, let me do anything to be a part of that wave, and you know, like let me catch up with the wave. And there's so many things that I want to do. One of the things is that maybe like studying about the international business law, because a lot of the business corporations are coming into the country, and then we just would like to know like more of like business law from the countryside to know. And then it's not about like thinking that they will exploit it or something like that. It's just like you know, for the convenience reason and everything, like how to add more and everything. I think it is really interesting, so I am still looking forward to that. So I would like to do something that is concerning with like something international, something like, you know, business. So I'm really looking forward to it. So even if I work in US after the graduation, I will work like something where it's like that. If I'm like lucky enough to get like to the things that I want to do, yes, I will be very grateful. So I'm excited for that. I'm still thinking, but those are like my plans and like where it is right now, like where my motivation is. Yes.
Wow, thank you for sharing that. That was deep.
You mentioned graduate school. Do you know where you might be interested if you decide to do that? Where you're looking?
Yeah, so I am thinking about like there's a really like good program in the NYU, like which is like a business law at the same time. It's like a business degree. It's like a dual degree. So you get to know like more about the business law, but also at the same time you have like better knowledge of like the business and everything. Cause in my country, I feel like the youth, like the wave, like around my age, like 20 to 30, who really like can speak like also English, and also at the same time like, you know, who have a better understanding of like the how the international community is working in the business field and everything. I feel like I can really contribute a lot in it, like with my knowledge, you know. I can really make an impact in that community, and then like, I don't know, it's not only about like earning money, but also about like contributing something to the community and, you know, feeling good about it. Something like that. So yes, so I would like to go maybe like that kind of program structure. Yeah.
That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, but I'm still figuring out though, because I'm still a junior. I'm like scared, you know?
Yeah, no, you're okay. You're okay. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, thank you so much for sharing that.
Yeah, thank you for listening to that, you know?
Those are great plans, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, well, go ahead.
Yeah, how about you? Yeah.
It's hard to follow. So I'm interested in a few different paths, and we'll see which one happens. One of the routes is pursuing some sort of residential life profession. So, like at Beloiter College, we have RAs, and I'm an RA, and then the hall directors oversee the RA. And I'm thinking of potentially being a hall director for a couple of years, preferably in Colorado.
Wow.
I just,
why
speaks to me.
Colorado?
It's one of the sunniest places in America. The nights are semi-cool, not as humid as here.
Oh yes.
The scenery I hear is fantastic. I've never been there.
Oh really?
Never. No.
So it sounds like you've been there.
Yeah, I just went there like before I came back to the college.
Really?
Yeah, it was really nice. It was my first time in Colorado, and the view was like splendid.
Yeah.
It was like there are mountains everywhere. It's like it's like you are in a studio with like all the mountains, like scenery pictures, and then the weather is like very cool breeze, even if it was in like summer. It was really really nice. I really
awesome.
like it. Yeah.
Wow, sounds like you're in for a treat if you do this.
No, that sounds fantastic. I'm very big about weather. Like I need it to be cold at night. It just has to happen.
It just has to happen.
And I don't like rain, so I was originally thinking of Seattle or Portland, but it's rainy, even though it's cooler.
Right.
So Colorado it seemed interesting. Also, one of my best friends lives in Boulder, and he's doing really great things there. And I thought, oh, what if I were to get a job at the University of Colorado Boulder? That would be conveniently nearby, and I would know somebody, and it wouldn't be too frightening of a leap. Because I've only lived Janesville and Beloit, it's a pretty short distance. Although last year I studied for a semester in Minneapolis. And
even colder with snow.
Yeah, and even warmer in the summer. It was weird. Oh, it was bad, but I still loved it there. So that's one option. My other option is going to grad school at Madison. One of my academic idols works there, and she said she might be interested in being my sponsor. So when I lost it when she said that, bless you.
Yeah, bless you.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
That's okay. We all have our sniffles. But yes.
It's true, yeah. Struggle is real. That fall time struggle. But yeah, so one of my idols wants to possibly be my mentor, which I would just lose my mind over.
Yeah.
She's one of the leading hip-hop educators in America. She's written several books. And
oh my goodness.
Wow, that's so cool.
That is.
So if she's still interested, I might have to just hold off on the Colorado dream and finish the Madison dream.
Yeah.
So that's my other option. But all of this is happening, I really want to keep doing music. Because it's something that's extremely important to me in my identity. Right next door, I record all the time. Yeah, it really means a lot to kind of who I am.
Would it be too much to ask for if you could like share maybe some of the music that you do like just now? Because I've heard that you rap.
I do rap.
Do you have like a song that you could just kind of...
Oh wow, you mean like the freestyle right now?
Yeah, freestyle.
Jeez, okay.
If it's too much pressure, there's no need, but we would love it if you could perform like a little bit.
Yeah, I suppose I could do that. Do we want a lighter song, a more introspective song? Is it just whatever I want?
Whatever you want, take it away.
Okay. I've never delivered something in this setting before. That's fine. Let's do it. So this is a verse that I wrote a few years ago, and I'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
If I asked you about it, would you get it? Understand the reasoning behind why I wanted to fit in? Peering at the hard times and the hard knocks, wondering through all of it, what if my heart stopped? It didn't. I made so many mistakes, I'll admit it. Panic attacks with the shakes were way too vivid. I'm not on the other side yet, not fully alive yet. Music is a therapy inherently in my breath. If I asked you about it, would you understand me? See the reason I was hiding demons from my family? Gathered round, helping cope when I lost hope. Tossed me a rope and another when they all broke. It's weird, looking back on the years. I went from so ignorant to so full of fear. Life comes full circle, hits you in the stomach, and it's up to us to take the hit and learn from it.
Wow, thank you.
Thank you. No, that was, thanks. It's, I had to be vulnerable, I guess, because why not?
Yeah, that was really raw.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I wrote that, I was having a really hard time as a freshman finding who I was, and I think it's a struggle a lot of people have gone through, especially at Beloit. Just it's such an intense space to learn about yourself, and I just kind of channeled that into song, and then that really helped me find my place on this campus.
Yeah.
So,
I can understand that, why I was a freshman. It was like really harsh for me too, because I came from like really far away place, and then I've never really lived outside of my country more than for like 2 months, and then there was snow, the one that I have never seen, because I have never seen snow like before I came here, and it has never been cold, really like lower than. In my life, I have never had a weather below like 70 degrees Celsius, like Fahrenheit. And then, boom, I came to Beloiter, and there's like not that much sun, and it's just really hard for me sometimes. Like in my freshman year, so I can really relate myself to that too. And people with like from different culture and everything, and I had like a lot of misunderstanding sometimes. Because I'm from like a different culture, and it's not like something like really big, like it's just like a daily conversation, but like and then you just like don't really get it, like what the other people is trying to say, or they don't get it what I'm trying to say. So it was harsh.
So when you got here, who did you reach out to on campus, or how did you slowly find your home here?
Yeah, so when I came here, like there was like international office, and then we had the international student orientation for like 3 days before the new student orientation. So we do really like get to know the other international students and everyone. But also I have like American friends, and I just like I'm my ESL professor like Christina, and also my international advisor like Josie. So I just go and I talk to them, and the seniors who have been here, like who have been study abroad, the American seniors who have been study abroad like in other countries for like 1 year or something like that. They did really like get me, and then we just sometimes I talk about it, and when they like told me like about the cultural misunderstandings that they had or something like that. And we just laugh together, and it makes like I'm like, this is nothing, like, and it just like live away everything. So so I think like that's a good thing like for a lot of like freshmen, especially because like this is like September, when it's getting colder. Like people will be like missing home or something like that, especially when the academic work is stressful. I think.
Very much.
Struggle is real.
The sneeze.
True. The struggle.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like both of you are much more comfortable now than you were in your freshman years. Do you have any advice for freshmen, incoming students, transfers that you could offer?
For me, like when I was at my lowest point, I didn't reach out to my friends. I actually reached out to my Spanish professor, Sylvia Lopez. I just felt like I could trust her and confide in her. And that's an extreme example, but even in any time where I've been seriously overwhelmed, especially with academic work, just being transparent with that professor, visiting them, laying it all out on the table, I've never left their office feeling worse. It's always a lot of burden off of the shoulders, feeling more motivated, more inspired to continue on and perform. So I guess that's one example that I would give for starters, especially pertaining to academic schoolwork.
And I think like something that I would say would relate to what you just said. I think if I can only like give like one advice, like don't be afraid to be seen as like vulnerable by anyone, by your professor or by your friends. Just like they are also human beings too. So like they have felt it like in one way or another, or one point or another, I believe. So they won't see you as like really like, oh, that person is so weak or something like that. For me, like I'm always a person like I can figure it out a way, like I can make it work. And then I just realized that I just need to like say out loud that I'm not okay right now. Like even if it is like eating at the Commons, sometimes I'm like, I don't want to go to Commons. It's like the food is not my favorite, like I don't want to But like sometimes the reason that I go to comments, it's not about food at all. It's just about like people, meeting other people. Cause you know you live in your own room, and then when you go to classes and then come back and it's dark already outside and in winter, and you have no one like home who is waiting for you or willing to talk to you. But when you go to comments, you see people, you talk to them, and then feel so much better. And also like I talked to my professor, like when I was having like really like frustrated, when I was really frustrated about one of my group project, it was really like a big part of my grade. And I'm like, oh my god, I don't know what to do. And then I was about to really like cry. My group partner is like receiving my call, you know, he is not showing up and something like that. And then my professor said, look, you know, this is what you have to do. And then she was like really like precise about it. And I talked to my friends, and I'm just like, oh, you know, I'm feeling this and that. They never said like anything like, you know, oh, you know, that'll be fine, like get over it. And then like move to another conversation, you know. Rather than that, they are like, I don't know, they always figure out a way.
Yeah, I can relate to that too. I mean,
Yeah.
that's kind of how I feel when I talk to my friends as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm guessing that's how you felt when you talked to your Spanish professor.
Absolutely.
Professors are really like amazing,
That's why I maybe want to be one day. We'll see.
Oh,
I know I want to
okay.
work with college.
Like
Somehow.
students? Or?
Yeah, something with students. Either teaching them or listening to them, being there for them. But
yes.
I love all of the professors on campus. I think their hearts are in the right place and they genuinely care about us.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I feel like, you know, they want me to be better. Like they want my benefits, like the things that I will be benefited from. They want those things as much as my parents do for me, I think.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
they're just very
I feel that.
enthusiastic about students' life, willing to help them.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys, for like sharing everything, like all this experience. It was like a moment of vulnerability. It's just like vulnerability was
See,
like
the music all
the
started.
music all started.
You all
That
started.
was
It does,
fantastic.
my music does take you to a place where you can
It
be
did,
real.
it
I just
did.
believe that.
Just like spark an idea and then we
Yeah.
just talk about it.
And it was such a heartfelt thing. It was so, it made me feel vulnerable, and like Koont, you just shared a wonderful story about how you felt in freshman year. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah.
How would you deal with freshman 15?
We can.
You can go for it. Yeah, that's all.
No, you should go first. You're like an athlete and you know like.
The
Right, you play football,
Oh
right?
man, I don't know. I feel so we're referring to like the 15-pound
Yeah, that you
idea.
accidentally gained after your freshman year.
Is it like accidentally or intentionally gay for you?
I don't know. The food is confusing to me, you know, especially weight-wise. I think there are a lot of genetic ties to it. So I think just eating healthy, being active, etc. But also during times of stress, that can make you more vulnerable dietary-wise. I'm not too good of an expert on it, but I will throw a shout out to Commons because they really do try to do everything that they can. Bon Appetit as well. They really like to listen. There are food council meetings. I think Wednesdays, the first of the month, at about 4 o'clock. For anyone who's interested in giving input, they really value that feedback outside of the comment cards. But in general, I think Commons is an amazing place to, like you mentioned earlier, to socialize and to feel welcome. I've loved Commons. I don't like not eating Commons. And I'm not on the meal plan this semester, unfortunately.
Wow.
So I'm still, sometimes I pay to get in, like
yeah, sure.
just because I need that atmosphere. But
Yeah.
I know I kind of just tangented. But those are my roundabout thoughts on the freshman 15 and Commons in general.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still remember that like I was obsessed with bagel and peanut butter. I ate it like 3 times a day. If I go around the comments and I cannot find anything, I just came up with a bagel and the peanut butter. All my friends know that, and then like they were so surprised when I got over got over my bagel, like my left for bagel, and then they're like, "Where's your bagel?" And I'm like, "Oh, maybe not," you know, like.
Oh my god.
And then peanut butter, oh my god, America, I love you, you know, like just, even if like the reason alone is like peanut butter, I do love you.
The invention of peanut butter would
I
actually
know.
keep you in this country.
George
I know.
Washington Carver.
Oh my god.
Right.
Now
Shout out
I
to
love
him.
him, you know, now when I
Post-mortem.
know about that, I love him.
That's him.
It is amazing, we don't have it in our country.
Yeah.
I want to export that to my country.
You could start a business.
Yeah,
Export
peanut butter.
peanut butter.
Yes, it would be lovely. I don't know why, you know, that I think like that was my struggle, not to eat like peanut butter and bagel alone. I'm not even kidding, like you guys might think like I'm exaggerating, but no, not really. When you are stressed, you know, the only thing that you can resort to is peanut butter for me.
It's,
That's like a disaster recipe to like, it's like the fast track to get the freshman 50.
Yeah, I know. No, now you know like what is like the disaster recipe for freshman 15. So just avoid it
peanut butter.
if you
It's
can.
peanut butter.
If you can. It's okay.
Eat with caution.
Eat with caution.
Eat with caution.
It's addictive.
Yeah, don't fall
It's
in
so
love
good.
with peanut butter. Don't.
Like that's your serious advice for freshmen.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
The straight face. Don't
Serious
do
and
it.
dead. Like
Don't do it.
don't fall in
Don't
love
do
with
it.
peanut
Don't
butter.
do it.
No?
You can do it better. Like what
The
is
straight face.
That was a good straight face.
I want him.
Ooh, this one might be interesting. So what would you have done differently in your college life? So if you were to, I mean, another way to phrase this question is, if you were to become a freshman again, for some whatever odd reason, you took the time machine and then now you're a freshman back at Beloiter College, what would you do like differently?
Other than avoiding the peanut butter?
Yes, other than avoiding the
Okay.
peanut butter.
I've done differently. Do you want to go first? That was like 5 years ago for me. I
Oh.
gotta dig back there.
Oh. Yeah.
Or like maybe you could pick out episodes where you have like something that you were like, oh, this is such an embarrassing moment. Why did I take this path?
Actually, like for me, like I'm really grateful to Beloit and then like to my friends and I don't know everyone of the part of the community. I mean, like of course they have been like it has not been perfect, but I don't think like but I don't feel like changing anything because because I'm afraid like you know there's always like something that I learn from my mistakes. Like if I did something, so I'm afraid like you know if I went back into the time and then I changed something differently. What if I became
Different person.
Yeah, different person. Like I don't know. I really like it, and I'm like a big believer of like everything like happen with a cost, and then it has an effect to it, and then like I don't know. There's always like two sides of everything. Whatever like happens to me, like even like the things that I thought like oh my god this is so good, but they always have an after effect, you know. And then when I thought like oh my god this is so bad, terrible, but they always turn out like it always turn out that they have a silver lining. So I don't really want to change anything actually. I think like, but of course because I took like you know. I got out of my comfort zone and then I did a lot of things and there are moments that I regretted it, but I feel like I would regret it if I don't get out of my comfort zone, you know.
That's very true, yeah.
And so right now, because I got out of my comfort zone, I did mistakes, I'm not lying, I did mistakes, and then, but I think, you know, yeah, so what? Move on. I learned something, and then this is who I am right now, so I think, yeah, that's how I think about that.
That's great.
Yeah.
I like that idea of going outside of your comfort zone. That's something that I was going to say. I wish I had done it more. Like the scariest but most fun, which it's not that scary, moment that I had, I think I was a sophomore, I just saw a flyer that said hip-hop dance auditions.
Oh.
And I just walked down to the Hendricks Center like, guess I'm going to do this, don't know what I'm about to do. And I walk in and all these people are warming up in these like exuberant ways and doing, and I like was about to slip out and go home. And then the instructor said, where are you going? And I was like, I don't belong here. And she's like, oh, go ahead, try the warm-up. I tried the warm-up, I did the audition, felt terrible, but made it, because plot twist, everyone made it. But maybe I didn't know that at the time. So, but ultimately, it's one of the most fun experiences I ever had. Then I ended up doing another dance piece, and now I have a huge appreciation for dance and what that does. So that's one thing that I would definitely do more, is take leaps like that. And the one other thing would be to not be as flaky. And by flaky, I mean there would be times where, as a freshman and sophomore, I just tried to commit to everything. Someone said, "Oh, do you want to do this?" And I said, "Yes, sign me up." And then I have 75 emails from 30 different clubs, and it's like, shoot, this isn't possible. And I feel like I let a lot of people down. So I guess taking the time to be completely sure of what I can handle would have gone a long way.
Yeah.
Those are my two.
I mean, like, what got you to go down to the Hendricks Center? What was the thing that finally, like, drove you down to the Hendricks Center?
Hip hop, to
Like,
be honest. It
that
was,
idea?
yeah, because I love hip hop, I love rap music, and I've always wished I could move my body in ways that hip hop dancers do. And I didn't know I had no idea what the audition was going to be like, and a lot of it was just kind of freestyle, move around, and I was very nervous and choppy and felt very small. But now that I've had that experience, I think it's really just a matter of going there. Because once I went there and I wanted to leave, she still said, "Wait a minute." So once you get there, that's the hardest part. Especially like if you're going to do a show, you step on the stage, that's the hardest part. Now you have to do things.
Yeah.
So just taking that step.
Yep.
That was really insightful. Thank you.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
I mean, how do you guys feel about each other now? Do you feel like you guys got to? I feel like I got to know each other. You do.
Yeah.
For sure. I would totally eat a peanut butter bagel in Commons and talk to you about life.
Yeah, I would love to, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, maybe eating like the whole bagel alone is like too much for us, like, so we can like share like that. Yeah.
I could do, well, I'll get the whole sleeve. I'll just bring like the package down and I'll bring a tub and it could be a buffet.
Like scoop the peanut butter out and like paste it onto the bagel.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anything's possible. But no, I would love to, I really appreciate this setup. It's been great to get to know you better.
Yeah, I never really like, you know, it seems like our backgrounds are so different, the thing that we study, the thing that we do like in the daily life, and then I feel like the time passed by and I really like quickly, and then I wish we can talk more so that we can know each other.
Oh my gosh,
it's really good.
Thank you so much. Like, I mean, you know, like you said, this is really about like coming and like showing up and doing it, and then like you guys got to know each other better.
Yeah, I never thought like, you know, I would get to know you, because I don't know, you are like a rapper, and then like, I don't know, from like Jamesby area, and then I don't know, it like, you know, when we think about it, there's nothing that like, you know, really like we share. But we are Beloiter, so I don't know.
Alright. Thank you so much for coming to our show.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for hosting it.
Thank you. And a big shout out to our crew, Unhe, and everybody with our cameras. Now we would like to say thank you to our listeners and our viewers for tuning into Beloiter through Beloiter. This was Koont and this is Nate, and we hope to see you in 2 weeks. But before those 2 weeks pass by, please check our Beloit Buzz, which will be uploaded next week. That is our new show, and we hope to see you soon. Bye!